As we start Saturday morning then, a lot of cloud across the country. Bands of heavy rain continue to spread their way northwards, and then through the day this particularly heavy band of rain will spread.
Latest official figures suggest 1 in 100 people in England had coronavirus last week. That's up from 1 in 130 the week before and follows a 47% rise in daily cases.
Its way eastwards, and it's on this band of rain we'll see the squalliest of the winds. We could see gusts of 40 to 50 miles inland, but across western coastal parts we could see gusts of 50 to 60 miles.
To stay at home during this pandemic.
Yeah, hate to break it to you, but everything's shut.
Everything?
Everything. Bars, restaurants, clubs. Yeah.
What about the hill? Can we drink there?
Yeah. Have you looked outside?
No. It's pissing it down.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I guess we can just get pissed and watch some horror movies, right?
Yeah, I've got some wine, got some beers.
Yeah, we got everything we need.
Cool, sounds good. What should we watch? Shit.
Boys.
Are you drinking straight from the bottle?
Yep.
Nice.
Fuck it.
Well, just like the power cut, innit?
It is a power cut.
Oh, yeah, but the other one.
Alright, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
What should we do, man? Sweets, candles.
Right, yeah, we've got sweets, we've got candles, it's Halloween. Let's tell some spooky stories, shall we?
Yeah. Alright, let's spooky stories.
Alright.
Spooky stories.
You first.
I'll go on.
Okay, that's it.
I'll go on. Right. This happened when I was at uni, actually. 2009. Dubstep was blaring, everyone was wearing cool hats, and everyone was off their dishes on MCAT. Anyway, there was this weed dealer. His name? Smiley Joe. Why do they call him that, you ask? He smiles all the time.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Anyway, Smiley Joe is doing the rounds at the party. He goes into one room, and there's no one in there except for one girl and a tub full of apples. I need to go. Any volunteers? Go.
Yeah, I'll be a girl.
Yeah. So. Fancy a go? The girl says. Oh, alright then, Smiley Joe says. You have to grab the heart. And lo and behold, mixed in with all the apples in the tub is a human heart.
How do you know it's human?
Well, if it was a pig's heart, it'd be hairy. Come on.
Right. What?
Anyway, Smiley Joe asks what the prize is, and the girl says if he gets the heart, she'll suck him off. So Smiley Joe's thinking, wow, I could be in here. I'm one line away from not being able to get a stiff one, so I might as well get that apple. So without hesitation, he bobs for it. Anyway, after a while, the girl raises her hand as if to signal the end of the game. Joe thinks he's totally blown it, but lo and behold, his tongue brushes against something slimy. He's got it, and he pins it against the bottom of the tub with his mouth. He's done it, he thinks. All his dreams in this party have come true. And he bites down on that heart as hard as he can. What happens? Agonising, gut-wrenching, indescribable agony in his chest. It's as if his very heart is being crushed by some unseeable, indescribable force. He falls to the ground, writhing in agony. He can feel himself bleeding on the inside. The girl, she just stands there, motionless, still, doing nothing. And he feels the life being sucked out of him. He gives one final rattling gasp and dies. Anyway, 20 minutes later, party goer finds him really dead. And 20 minutes after that, the ambulance arrives and takes his corpse off. They analyse the body, and what do they find? Nothing except for some peculiar thing in the heart. Teeth marks. teeth marks in the heart, but there was no entry wound. Anyway, they look into these teeth marks, they study dental records, and whose dental records pop up? Smiley Joe's.
So where were you when this all happens?
Figures. Did I ever used to tell you guys about the singing that I heard at the bottom of my garden?
What? No, what are you talking about?
When I was growing up, I used to hear the singing coming from the bottom of my garden. It used to wake me up at night. I remember going to the window when I was really younger, peering out through the window, just seeing nothing, just darkness, just hearing this slight, faint singing voice, like just coming over the wind.
Oh my god.
You never saw anything. My sisters told me that there was an old lady who used to live in the house, died there. Could have been her. I don't know. I never found out, to be honest. But I did look it up online, and I'm not the only one with that story. I was reading about this guy. There was this one story where a guy wakes up in bed, the sound of singing coming out from his window. When he got up and peered out, nothing was there. But when he walked away from the window, he stopped dead. The window slammed. He turned around, and there on the windowsill were footprints. Something ran past him. A shadow, a figure. Whatever it was singing. Anyway, there's no way this guy's going back to bed. He picks up his phone, turns the torchlight on, starts scanning around for this thing that's in the room with him. He shines a light on his phone over to his light switch. And there it is!
What?
A doll! A clown doll!
Oh, Jesus.
He moves away from the light, and there it is again, just like that. Every time he moves, he's there. And then the singing starts. La da 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 da. The pain this singing causes him drives the guy mad. He can't even scream. His jaws are locked. When he falls to the ground, that's when he sees it. The clown is just standing there, staring at him with his little beady eyes. That's when he sees his chance. So he grabs it by the throat, throws it around, this way, that way, fights with it on the bed, prizes his jaws open, reaches his hand into his jaggedy, horrible, toothy mouth, grabs the slippery serpentine tongue, starts pulling it and pulling it and pulling it until his tongue stretches and snaps. The clown lies there gurgling, not knowing what the fuck's going on.
Fuck.
What happened to him?
I don't know, probably just ate it for breakfast.
At least he had something to eat. I've got a story about someone being eaten out of house and home. So it's Halloween night, before all this business. Right, and it's just when Halloween was getting popular, just a couple of years ago. People of every age walking around. You've got kids trick-or-treating, their parents escorting them. You've got teenagers on the prowl for trouble. And seemingly everyone on the piss in full costume. It's great. Except one guy. Let's call him Jeffro.
Jeffro?
Well, it's better than Dan and Steve, isn't it?
Jeffro.
Alright, let's call him Arthur.
Yeah, right.
So Arthur, he had the lockdown spirit before it was cool. He didn't want to go out, didn't want to be bothered, just wanted to stay in and watch horror films and eat sweets. But then, the door knocked. Ooh. Trick or treat! This guy wasn't a Halloween Scrooge, so he opened the door, he gave out a few sweets to these sweet little kids outside. Fine. It was the least he could do, right? Then came the knock again. Trick or treat! He opened it up. Just another bunch of kids. Give away more sweets. Fine. Then, the third time. As he goes back to his room again, he hears the knock. But this time, no trick or treat. He looks at his diminishing bowl of sweets and decides to ignore it. Big mistake. As he goes back to Nightmare on Elm Street 4, you know, the good one.
Fuck off.
Suddenly, a cold chill fills the room, and all he hears, right behind his ear, the one single word. Trick. He goes to scream, but he cuts in. No. He runs to the front door, opens it, and throws what's left of his sweets out to the bemused child on the other side. But the door keeps knocking. The trick-or-treaters keep coming. He's out of sweets. He gives them cream crackers, he gives them oatcakes, he gives them a whole onion.
Sorry.
Until what's left is just pasta and dust. So, he turns on himself. Grabbing the sharpest knife he can, Arthur starts small, one by one. He starts sawing fingers from the hands, dropping them in the trick-or-treater's bowl. Blood is spraying across the room as he saws and carves and delivers the treats to the ghouls outside. Soon it's an arm, a foot, and still the knock at the door continues. Trick or treat! Trick or treat! No one knows what happened to him at the end. The only testimony being the last trick-or-treater of the evening. See, this kid, he knocked at the door, and when it opened, just a spoon came out. On the spoon, a pair of eyeballs, dripping in blood.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Ah, come on, it wasn't that scary.
Your hand! Look at your hand!
What?
You know what this means, boys? We're gonna have to go up there.
Okay.
Right, should we have a look?
Yeah, go for it. Brace yourself.
That smell.
It's as bad as when we left him.
Yeah, it hasn't changed a bit.
Shut your magic hat.
I do now.
Good, yeah.
What should we put in first? The eyes?
What? So we can see before we can scream.
Well, if we put the heart in last, then he won't wake up until that's in, because the heart makes him alive, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I reckon we just work our way down. Eyes, tongue, heart.
I guess I'll go first. Okay. Just one at a time.
Here we go. Oh, I've got to stick my bloody fingers in his mouth. Oh, he hasn't brushed his teeth in ages. Oh. 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 Oh.
Kamiha! Sorry.
Hi, Grove Digger.
Hello, Adam, Rob, and Josh. It's good to see you boys again.
Hope you feel better with your organs back in, sir. Did you like our stories?
Your gories? Why, yes, but I don't think you can call them your own.
What do you mean?
They were my gories to force your hand and bring me back to life.
So you put those stories in our heads?
What, so there was no Smiley Joe?
No, I'm afraid not. He was but a work of friction.
Oh my god, it felt so real.
And now comes the shocking twist. You boys did such a good job at telling my gories that I think we ought to keep going, don't you? You'll enter my collection to tell the gories I wish forever and ever.
Fucking bollocks.
Keep filming, boys. You won't be stopping anytime soon.